Please welcome the Honorable Alfonso Poncho Nevarez.
All right, usually I'm not nervous when I get up here, but after Dr. Gonzalez, I'm going to tell me if it's working out in terms of the feedback. I want to thank Dr. Gonzalez for inviting me. It's really great to be able to come out to these events. I want to thank the board also for their participation, distinguished faculty, staff, administration, and obviously, and more importantly, sometimes in the graduates, the parents, los tíos, tías, abuelos, primos, amigos, todos los que vienen hoy a apoyarlos, porque es sumamente importante el apoyo, el cariño, el deseo de la gente que los apoya en el bienestar de ustedes y el por qué están hoy. And maybe even more important in these next 2 days, I want to reach out to todas las madrecitas porque es Día de las Madres hoy y mañana. En particular, mi querida madre que ahorita está en Ile Paz, mi abuela, y obviamente mi esposa, que ahorita yo creo que anda con el niño, andan jugando fútbol allá atrás de las gradas. I want to talk to you about something that I think it's important. It was important to me, and hopefully it'll be important to you, and that's creating opportunity. And what you're doing here as you sit out here in the sun and as the day gets warmer and the day gets a little longer is you're starting a chain of creating opportunity. And it started the day that you enrolled. Now, some people may tell you not to break your arm patting yourself on the back because of today, but I will tell you that it's okay. Do that. Congratulate yourself. Allow those around you to congratulate you because it's important. You've started creating opportunity. And I will tell you, even though I don't know you, I'm very, very proud of you. And I'm proud of you because I know exactly what you went through. Maybe not individually, but generally, because I went through it too. And some of the things that you've done to get to this point haven't been easy. I know that. Some of them have. But generally, it's not. It's hard to create opportunity. And as we move into the future and the world changes, creating opportunity sometimes becomes even more difficult and you can't see the end. But as you sit here today, it's not the end, it's the beginning. And the opportunity that you've created by enrolling and by finishing your program is going to do that for you. And so you look forward, where are you headed into the next phase of your life? Are you going into an advanced degree? Are you going into the more technical field? Are you going into the workforce already? It doesn't matter. What matters is the opportunity that you create. And so you look at the steps that you do that. And to me, everything are steps. Some steps, you can fly over them easily. They're not even steps at all. They just seem like little bumps in the road, and you're just rolling right over them. Other steps seem like they lead straight up, and it takes so much effort to get to them. It doesn't matter. They're still steps, and they're things that you have to go through and overcome and climb over to get to where you're going to get. All of us have that. I've had it. I remember when I left the University of Texas at Austin, I graduated on a morning just like this, May of 1994. And that afternoon, I packed up my truck with everything that I had, and I drove to Laredo, Texas to start working on my master's degree and start a business. And I did that for a couple of years before I started law school. And I realized in that interim, as I was working on my master's degree, that what I really wanted to do was become a lawyer. And I always wanted to do that. And so I started thinking, what are the steps that I need to get there? And one of them was having to take and pass the LSAT. And so I started every day doing things to climb those steps. And it really is that. It's a one day at a time kind of thing. It's looking at each step, each path that you need to take to get there. And I did that. And I think that as you sit here, you can relate to that because it doesn't matter what program that you've done. It doesn't matter what degree you've got. You had to take and walk and climb those steps. And so I appreciate you. And again, I'll tell you, I'm proud of you because I know that those are the things that you did. I want to talk more about this creating opportunities. The world that we live in, the world that you live in, the world that all these people around you live in is one of opportunity. Look at that. Think about that. And this degree that you have, this degree that you will get, this program that you're going to get, this job that you may get, Whatever training you have, whatever skill you have, it's meant to create the opportunity. Seize it. You know, they tell you that there's always things to doubt in your life. And I don't believe that. I really don't. You know, one time I heard somebody tell me, don't doubt yourself. That little voice in your head, listen to it. You know, unless that little voice is telling you to put socks over your shoes, which, you know, depending on what you do, it might work for you. Don't listen to it when it's telling you that. But listen to it. Listen to that voice because it's telling you something. It's telling you not to doubt yourself, not to doubt the idea that you have, not to doubt the feeling you have. It's even telling you not to doubt the doubt. But I'll tell you this. Learn to appreciate the steps to create that opportunity. The world has changed so much and it's moving so fast. Just in this area that we live in alone, between Uvalde to Corpus Christi and Laredo, we're living in the largest boom of oil and gas in the history of the world. And I'll say that again. It's the largest boom of oil and gas in the history of the world. If Texas was a country, Texas would be the #2 producing oil and gas country in the world. Between this find here and what we call the Eagle Ford Shale and in the Permian Basin, it's going to change the state. It's changing the country, and it's going to change the world. And a lot of those changes are good. Some of them not so good. But each and every one of you need to be prepared for whatever that deals with. And it deals with technical work. It deals with engineering work. It deals with even things as esoteric as liberal arts. And I'm a liberal arts major, and those are very important things, but it deals with it. And it even deals with the arts, believe it or not, because a lot of the money that's being generated in places like the Eagle Ford Shale eventually find their way into that community, the arts community. So if that's your study, that's your program, believe me, in some way, you'll be touched by this find. And even if you think you're not, it doesn't matter, because the training, the skills, the opportunity that you're creating for yourself today will go beyond that. And so I encourage each and every one of you to remember those things. The other thing I want to talk to you about is success. Because today, I think Dr. Gonzalez mentioned this, is that this is a successful day. And the people that are around you today are looking at you like that. And again, I'll tell you, it's okay to break your arm patting yourself on the back today because you're successful. Do that. Tomorrow's another day. When you wake up and you eat your menudo in the morning or your barbacoa, think about what you're going to do and quit breaking your arm patting yourself on the back tomorrow because it's another day. But I want you to think about success. When I was 21, 22, and I graduated from the University of Texas, I believed that success was having that degree in my back pocket, having some money in my front pocket, having a new home or an apartment, having a big shiny car, and learning how to make more and more money. And as I went on and went to law school and started taking jobs in the legal field, I believed that for me to be more successful, I needed to make more money. And I worked on that. I worked on making more and more money. And I thought the more money that I can put in my pocket, the more successful I'm going to be. And I really believed that. And then I got married, and I said, okay, I have a wife now. I need to have more money because my wife likes nice things. And now I had my first child, Renata. And Renata wants to go to private school. Where do you want to go? Harvard? So I need more money, right? And then Romina wants to go to University of Texas, which I think is good. But the point being is I felt the more that I was growing, or the more my family was growing, that I needed to have more money. I needed to have more things. And that was the definition of success for me. And then I started to see, you know what? That's not success. Success for me now, and I'm 41 years old, and it's changed for me. It's evolved. Success for me is growing my 3 children to be happy, responsible, well-adjusted, and to be servants. Success for me now is to serve, because I really believe that this opportunity that you've created will lead you and should lead you and has to lead you at the end of your life to some sort of service. And once you've recalibrated that, once you've become successful in these things, and once you've accumulated some of these things that you may think are important, and I won't hold it against you if you think success right now means accumulating these things of wealth. It's okay. It's what makes the world go around in a certain respect. But at the end of the day, no one's going to remember you. No one will remember me. No one will remember anybody because you had a lot of money in your bank. They might remember Bill Gates because that's a lot of money. But they won't remember any of us for that. And I really want you to remember that and recalibrate that idea of success, because at the end of the day, that idea of success should be service. The way these people behind you have served you, the way these people in the administration and the faculty serve you, that is the definition of success. And I mean this sincerely, recalibrate that, because me in my 41 years, and hopefully I've got another 41 left at least, I can continue to do that. And I can teach these children of mine that that is the model of success, is service, is somehow giving of yourself to others to make that world around you better, to make your industry better, to make your school better. Whatever it is, follow that. And I tell you, and trust me when I tell you this, it will make you feel better. You will sleep better at night. Your menudo will taste better on Sunday. Your barbacoa will taste better on Sunday. And whenever you think that service is grinding you down or that people don't appreciate it, it doesn't matter. That's not the end game of it. Remember, you don't get into service so that people will pat you on the back or break their arm patting you on the back. If you get into it for that, you're going to disappoint yourself, because you know what? There's a lot of people that are ungrateful and they won't respect that. But it's okay for that one person that's grateful for it. And even if they're not grateful for it in that moment, they will along the line. That's why you did it. And I'll tell you this, and I'll tell it to you in closing. The most powerful, powerful thing that you have going for you today and going forward and creating this opportunity is love. It's going to carry you a long way. Love will carry you the rest of the way. It'll carry you through this period in time where you're learning how to evaluate success and what it means to you. It'll carry you through this period of time where you absolutely have to recalibrate your idea of success. And it'll carry you to the very, very end. And I hope that the last thing any of us ever experience or feel is love, because it will take you where you want to be. And it created this opportunity for you. It'll prepare you as it's prepared you to be here today. It'll prepare you to meet those challenges that this economy, this state, this country, and this world have for you. And it'll be there when we're done this afternoon, when everybody goes to their carne asada, goes to that party, whatever it is you're going to do. Remember that and feel it from every corner, because all these people that are fanning themselves like crazy behind you, they're here because they love you. And be grateful for that. And I don't know you, but I want to tell you, each and every one of you, I'm very, very proud of you, because I know exactly how you got here. Don't ever forget that. And have a great time today, and break your arm patting yourself on the back, all right? Felicidades.